If it's less than 1, it makes it more wide. Negative. Negative before, look me up. Look. Parabolas went positive, negative, right? Up and down. But what's this going to do? Yeah, it's actually going to, so it's going to be like kind of like here instead. Okay, so I don't know. I'm just going to draw a little picture and say like if it's negative, it's going more like this. Flips it into different quadrants. Instead of being in 1 and 3, now it's in 2 and 4. Okay. So, everybody go into your graph. We're going to do just one of them. You do not have to, you can just watch for this one if you want to. Okay. What do you think this graph is going to look like? Not repeated things. It's not like tangent. It's just one thing.
It's going to be upside down.
Is it going to be narrow? It's 0.4.
Oh, that's gonna be
0.4. So instead of like getting really close, it's going to kind of spread out, right? Spread out.
It's going to be like upside down, right? Like,
Right. Instead of being in what? 1 and 4, it's going to be, or 1 and 3, it's going to be 2 and 4. So it's going to switch sides.
upside down line.
What's the positive 3 inside the parentheses do?
It's going to move it to the left.
The left 3. Will it move up or down at all? No, because I don't have anything on the outside. Switch quadrants. You see how it switched? Now it's going here and here, starting in that upper part. Do you see how it shifted to the left 3 and it didn't go up or down at all? Okay. And it's flatter, yeah?
So, this goes on for an infinite amount of
Yes.
time, so is that, so,
It's not like repeating over and over. It's more like the infinite part is that it goes up forever and down
yeah,
forever.
so at some point it will cross like the line or something?
Mm-hmm. It crosses it right here. But yeah, even if it was moved really far over, it would still cross it at some point. Okay, that's a cubic function. 3 more, we can do it. We're living, we can do it. Do you understand that this is a nice reference to just have in your back pocket?
Yeah.
I hope so. What's next?
Parallel line.
That's kind of 2 straight lines.
Right.
Good guess. Side to side, well, I mean, that's not really a function because it doesn't pass the vertical line test. Guess you could turn a sine graph on its side. All right, you want me just to lead now?
Yeah.
Okay, absolute value. Make sure that your absolute value signs are really clear, that they don't look like ones. Anybody happen to remember what an absolute value function looks like?
How do you do like an absolute?
Good question. Well, let's first just think of how it works, and then I'll show you how to do it on your calculator, okay? What's the absolute, do you guys remember what an absolute value is?
It's always gonna be positive.
Makes it positive. What's the absolute value of 0? What's the absolute value of 1? What's the absolute value of 2? 3? What's the absolute value of -1?
One. Oh. It's a new parabola.
It is a V. I have no idea why most Algebra 2 curriculums teach these all separately. It's so easy just to do them all at once because the A, the H, the K, always the same. What does K do?
Up and down.
Up and down. What does H do?
Up, right.
But
Opposite.
opposite of what you think it's going to be. A, in this case, while it does make it narrow and it does make it wide, you can also just think of it as the slope of the lines. If it's negative, it opens down. Y equals, just watch me, you do not have to do this yourself. Let's say I put in, I don't know, 1/6. Here's how you find it, by the way, if you're curious. You hit math. Go to number, you see that ABS? That's absolute value of X. All right, let's say that I had this one. Okay, what do you guys think this is gonna look like? 1/6 absolute value of X minus 3. Tell me what it's gonna look like before we graph it.
It's gonna get skinnier.
Nope,
It'll be
Get wider.
going at
it's gonna be wider because it'll go up 1 over 6 for the first one, right? So it's gonna be pretty wide.
Can we upside
It'll
down?
be at -3 in the way.
It will not be upside down.
It'll start at.
It'll start at, so the whole thing's gonna shift down 3. If this 1/6 was negative, it would flip it. This just means that that center point is just dropping 3. So if you look here, see it looks like a V. Doesn't look like a very good V. It kind of looks like a U, doesn't it? You know why this looks like a U?
No, I think so.
Nah, partially, but also, do you see how like this part of my screen is way wider than it is this way? This is not a square screen, this is a rectangle. And it has the same amount of dashes here and here, which is why it doesn't quite look equal, but anyway, it is a V. If you look, like if you did like a not 1/6, and we just did absolute value of X minus 3, looks more like a V, dropping, it just doesn't have, the other one was flatter. Yeah?
If you just like zoomed out a lot, would it look like a V?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.